to another video. Welcome to Sammy G's World of Cinema. Rob Walker has started a fantastic thread of showing 30 12-inch vinyl singles on the channel, and there's been some response videos to these, and I thought I would participate in this as well. There's just got a lot of great 12-inch singles in the collection that I haven't even shown on the channel yet. So yeah, this is a great opportunity to show 30 of the 12-inch singles I've got in my vinyl collection. And yeah, I think this has been a really fun video to make, because Rob's got a fantastic channel. He started this thread part of I think it was his 200th video, and yeah, I think this would just be a really fun response video to make. There's been response videos from Richard McCook, Gather Manspins, and Ross Goodall, and yeah, a couple of the other guys as well. So yeah, guys, got 30 12-inch singles here. There's a few more 12-inch singles I could have shown, but yeah, there's a good handful I wanted to show here today on the channel, and to show more of my sort of love for music and passion for music, and yeah, more of my 12-inch singles I've got on vinyl. So Pixies with Monkey Gone to Heaven. Absolutely love this single, guys. This is the great thing about 12-inch singles as well, because you've got some exclusive B-sides that didn't make the cut on the album. So in this case, this would have been with Doolittle from 1988, I want to say, which is Pixies' second studio album. And this has got Manta Ray, Dancing the Manta Ray, and Weird at My School. I think they're all exclusive B-sides. And this is yeah, Monkey Gone to Heaven as well. So this is yeah, absolutely great. I have seen Pixies live, guys. Utterly brilliant. I saw them last year at the Peace Hall in Halifax. They have just toured recently as well in the UK, so be great to see them live. They did 30 songs in 90 minutes, I want to say. So that's Pixies' Monkey Gone to Heaven. Then another band I've seen live as well. I saw them in November 2023, and fantastic band. One of my favourite bands as well. Scottish band, and that is Teenage Fan Club. And this is the 12-inch single to the single What You Do To Me. And then there's a B-side, Life's a Gas, a cover version from T-Rex and Filler. So yeah, Teenage Fan Club singles are not all that easy to find in the wild. You know, some of them are pretty rare now, and even that they're 7-inch singles. But yeah, this is a really good one to find. This is from the Bandwagon-esque album from 1991, which was kind of what put Teenage Fan Club on the map as well. I mean, the first album was good. I didn't really care for the album was it The King, which was the second or third album, which I think they put out. I think it was just after Bandwagon-esque, but I think they did record the album The King within I think it was a half an hour session, or within a day, I think it was. And I think the band were kind of partying and stuff in the studio. I think that was kind of a bit of a rushed sort of album. I think just shortly recorded after Bandwagon-esque. I think also produced by Don Fleming, who's worked with a couple of other bands. But yeah, this is a really good track, and I do like this single. And Bandwagon-esque is a fantastic kind of Britpop album as well. So excellent stuff. And something else. Oh, there's a poster in here. Oh, man. Look at that. Didn't know there was a poster in here. Very nice. And yeah, that's just what the label looks like. So yeah, guys, really good to get this one. And yeah, I am after a few more singles from Teenage Fan Club, the band. Yeah, I think there's definitely a few singles from the Grand Prix album, or songs from Northern Britain. So there's that one, What You Do To Me, from the wonderful Teenage Fan Club. This is another Scottish like indie band, and kind of like a more like indie pop band, and yeah, really interesting bands there. I think the second album I wasn't all that struck on, but the first album I did really like. Yeah, the first album, I think from like 1985, I think it was. So yeah, this is the single Slide from The Big Dish. Yeah, this is produced by Ian Ritchie, composed by Stephen Lindsay, produced by Glyn Johns. So yeah, some good people work on this album and stuff, and followed up by two singles, Presence and Reverend Killer. So yeah, a couple of the B-sides there as well. But their debut album, The Big Dish, is really good, guys. I haven't listened to it in a canny while now, but yeah, interesting band, and that's what the label looks like there as well, guys. So yeah, very nice stuff. So yeah, so yeah, I am overdue like a listen of the first album by The Big Dish, but yeah, good indie Scottish indie band, and yeah, that's the single, their most known track from the first album there, that like The Big Dish. Absolutely love this song, and this is from the second album from China Crisis, their second album. What's this second album called again? That's also got Hannah Hannah and Wishful Thinking on there as well. Is it? Their second album. I'll put the title up there, guys. But it's a really good second album. I do prefer their debut album, and their third album, Flaunt the Imperfection, is really good. So I'm only really familiar with China Crisis's first three albums, but all very, very good albums. And this is a great single from their second album, and that's from 1983, Tragedy and Mystery from China Crisis. Yeah, this is probably my second favourite track on that second album that they did. I think my favourite track on the second album is Animals in Jungle. Absolutely love that song, and the final track is gorgeous as well. So yeah, really good stuff. This is backed with this B-side, A Golden Handshake for Every Daughter. And we'll have a look at the label there as well. Nice label to that one as well. So yeah, this is produced by Mike Howlett. So yeah, that is Tragedy and Mystery from China Crisis there. Okay, and then we've got a classic, like sort of Britpop single. That is Life of Riley by the Lighting Seeds. Awesome band. I mean, I don't really know too much about their studio albums, admittedly, but they've done some good singles, and obviously they did It's Coming Home, the England like Free Lions single, and yeah, this is another like well-known single. Ian Brody is the front man, and this is Life of Riley. This came out in 1992, so yeah, classic Britpop single there. And yeah, look at the label there. This is backed with Something in the Air and Marooned. A couple of the B-sides there. Yeah, I would love to get more into the Lightning Seeds as a band, because I don't really know too much about their studio like catalogue really. So yeah, that's that one, the Lightning Seeds. Then, yeah, awesome band. I picked this one up from Vinyl Villains in Edinburgh about 5 years ago. This is, I think, More Than This by Roxy Music. Yeah, More Than This by Roxy Music. And this is backed with the single India. And, yeah, came out on their final, is it the final studio album? Was it Avalon, their final studio album? I think that was their last studio album in 1982, but they have toured since then. They did like a bit of a comeback tour, like I think their 50th anniversary touring, like a couple year back, about 2-3 years back. Roxy Music, great band. and good label to that one as well. Super underrated band who've only done 2 albums, and yeah, kind of a bit of a short-lived sort of like career with this band, but a really good like band, and very underrated as well. A bit shoegazy, a bit sort of like kind of like dream pop style, and that is The Passions and Skin Deep. This is from their cracking debut album again, and yeah, this is that's got also the song in there, I'm in Love with a German Film Star, which I think that was their most well-known hit on that album. And also there's a beautiful song in there called Alice's song as well. Yeah, fantastic like debut album there from The Passions. Yeah, the debut album, 30,000 Feet Over China. Super underrated album, guys. Yeah, I might even put a link to one of the tracks on that one as well. So, yeah, and on a nice Polydor label there as well. And Skin Deep, and this is backed by the B-side of Small Stones, which was also on the debut album as well. Then 50 Shades of Blue by Edwyn Collins. Again, Edwyn Collins I have seen live back in September 2019. I am going to see him again on his like farewell tour in October. And yeah, this is backed with 3 B-sides on here. Kindred Spirit, Just Call a Name, and Ain't That Always the Way, which didn't feature on Edwyn's debut album Hope and Despair. So yeah, very interesting like artist, really good artist as well. Cracking documentary as well, kind of about his like road to recovery as well, and making like other amazing albums. It's Edwyn Collins from Orange Juice, the Scottish like indie band on Postcard Records in the early 80s. And yeah, a couple of those other band members have had like solo like catalogues as well. There's Seke Manieke, the drummer who had like a solo album, and I think there was Malcolm Ross as well, so who did like collaborate with Orange Juice as well. So yeah, that's Edwyn Collins. Fashion from David Bowie. This is from the Scary Monsters album, and this has got the also the single there, Scream Like a Baby, which is also on the album as well. Love David Bowie on the RCA label. A slice of early Simple Minds, and yeah, kind of before they became a bit more of a commercial band. This is when they were a bit more of a cult band, with kind of like a bit more of like sort of an underground sort of like like style, and very much it had it's like kind of a bit of a cult status, a bit like kind of a more like sort of a darker edge to their discography, very unlike their like more subsequent albums, with New Gold's Dream or Sparkle in the Rain, and yeah, like albums like that. And this is a love song from the debut album, not their debut album, sorry guys, no, that's the debut album's from their album Sons of Fascination, I think their 4th studio album there, or 4th or 5th studio album. And this has got the other B-side on there, This Earth That You Walk Upon, produced by Steve Hillage as well. So yeah, excellent stuff. Nice custom label to that one. And I went to go and see Simple Minds at Glasgow Hydro last year. They were excellent. A bit of a one-hit wonder, I would say, with this band, or kind of the most well-known song. And this is the Canadian pop group Men Without Hats and the Safety Dance. Yeah, really fun 80s tune there. This is backed with Antarctica, and I've Got the Message from 1982 on Static Records. Nice. Custom label to that one as well. So yeah, that is a really good like 80s pop song, The Safety Dance from Men Without Hats. And yeah, this is from I think Eurythmics' second album, was it second or third album, titled Touch. That's also, yeah, that's titled Touch. That also came out in 1983 as well as the Sweet Dreams album, and it kind of kick-started that album, the Touch album, and this is Here Comes the Rain Again. Yeah. Brilliant, yeah, taken from the album Touch, and this has got Paint a Room on there, Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart. Dave Stewart, I think originally is from Sunderland, so from the northeast, and Annie Lennox, yeah, like from Aberdeen. So yeah, really, really good stuff. That is Eurythmics. Then Liverpool bands, I need to get that album Spartacus they did, and that is All Together Now by The Farm. Yeah, awesome song that's kind of a bit of like a football favourite song as well, and kind of like has been sort of like parodied and stuff. It's a really good song, and this is Bats with another version, yeah, a couple of remixes of All Together Now, and yeah, this is from 1990, recorded at Mayfair Studios. A nice orange label to that one, so yeah, really good stuff. The Farm, yeah, kind of a bit of a underrated like Liverpool band that I do need to give a bit more time to there, The Farm, All Together Now. And I have seen Midge on Halloween 2017 at the Victoria Theatre in my hometown of Halifax, and yeah, he was supported by the Christians and Altered Images, and Midge came from the band Ultravox, as well as John Fox did, and yeah, this is Vienna. Yeah, beautiful, stunning single and stunning album as well, and this is Bats with Passionate Reply and Her Ex. Yeah, I love listening to this one about like around like the autumn time as well, on the Christmas label there as well. Fantastic stuff. Ultravox, yeah, brilliant. Love like kind of their sort of like the late 70s, early 80s work, and kind of like sort of branched out in sound as well. So yeah, and it's great to see when a band kind of evolves from, you know, interesting to see a band evolve from their first couple of albums, and yeah, and then kind of like you know, like sort of like go in a bit of a new direction, and this band did that as well. So that's Ultravox. The single Pearl from the shoegaze band Chapter House, yeah, who kind of like were early 90s like shoegaze indie bands there, and yeah, this is a really it's really aged tremendously, and this is backed with the singles Come Heaven and In My Arms. I think this band are from Oxfordshire, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So yeah, on Dedicated Records there as well. So yeah, haven't listened to this band in a while. I need to yeah, give this. I need to give the band another listen. I mean, I'm really only familiar with their first album. I think their second album has been like reissued as well. So and that came out in 1990 there. And yeah, they're like kind of their singles and their albums have got really lovely artwork as well. So yeah, that is Chapter House. Then some REM. This goes to the one I love. Oh, I love this song. And this is back to the B-side, Last Dates. And I think this was also on the Document album as well, Disturbance at the Heron House from 1987. So yeah, on IRS Records. Yeah, fantastic. Again, REM, a bit like Chapter House, have got some great artwork on their albums and their singles and so forth. Great stuff. Oh, look at that. Yeah, excellent. Love REM. My favourite album of theirs is probably Green, I would say. That was the first ever REM album I picked up as well. So yeah, there's that one, the one I love from REM. I certainly do love it as well. Then, We Fade to Grey from Visage. Visage, their self-titled debut album as well is an absolute banger of an album. It's brilliant. This is backed with The Steps, which was also on the album as well. And what a lineup with Steve Strange, the front man, Midge, who was also with Ultravox, Billy Curry, who has also worked with Gary Newman, if I'm not mistaken, Rusty Egan, Dave Formula, who I think works with Magazine, I want to say, and John George, who has worked with Susie and the Banshees as well. So yeah, awesome lineup with like Visage as well on the Polydor label there. So absolutely great. Love their second album as well. Their second album again, the Avail. Yeah, that is a brilliant second album of theirs. That is Fade to Grey from Visage. Then from the Grey, Mumma album from 1983, XTC's the first album where they were kind of focused on being a studio only band, and this is Great Fire from their Mumma album. Absolutely love the production on this album as well. Absolutely great. This is produced by Bob Sargent, engineered by Mark Durnley, and yeah, great B-sides with Frost Circus and Procession Towards Learning Land. So XTC were sort of craftsmanships with their B-sides as well as their album tracks as well. Their albums, yeah, and this has got a nice custom label to that one as well. So yeah, brilliant stuff. And I think they've got different artwork for each of their sort of 7 and 12-inch singles, they've got different artwork for sort of the same. It's still the same single, but just different artwork on the 7-inch version opposed to the 12-inch version, I think sometimes as well. So yeah, that is Great Fire from XTC. Wonderful band. Can't recommend enough their amazing documentary about them. This is Pop from 2017. Excellent. Then Good Thing from the Wooden Tops. Yeah, great jangle pop band from the mid-80s. Amazing debut album with Giants, and this is taken from that album. And this is Good Thing, and back to the single Traveling Man, which I think is the closing track on the album as well. So fantastic stuff. Yeah, underrated band as well, yeah. I don't know if they've made like too many albums, but yeah, Giant is definitely worth checking out if you're into like kind of that jangle pop, similar to sort of style to like the House Martins and that. Yeah, great stuff. The Wooden Tops with Good Thing. Also a great single from Fine Young Cannibals there as well. This is certainly what some people do and request sometime, only joking, and that is Don't Sing from Prefab Sprout. Not their first single, that I think is, I think it's from The Lion's Mouth, I think it is, something like that, off from The Lion's Garden, like the first ever single, but this is the single from the absolutely fantastic Swoon debut album there, which is my favourite Prefab Sprout album. Absolutely love this. That's with Green Isaac, which was on the Swoon album, and the other B-side is He'll Have to Go. So yeah, very kind of a bit of an experimental debut album from Prefab Sprout, you know, very unlike their sort of subsequent albums there. So yeah, lovely, like sort of, I think this is Kitchenware Records label there, and yeah, fantastic stuff from the wonderful Prefab Sprout, who yeah, have done some absolutely cracking albums there, fronted by Paddy McAloon. And again, another like Prefab Sprout are from County Durham. This is another like Scottish indie band I'm talking about here today on the channel, and that is the Trash Can Sinatras, and this is the wonderful opening track to kick off their fantastic debut album Cake, which is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, Obscurity Knocks, and quite tricky to get hold of now on like the 12-inch version on 12-inch single vinyl. And this is backed with a few other B-sides: The Best Man's Fall, Drunken Chorus, and Who's He, mixed as well by John Leckie as well. Yeah, and this is really good stuff. We'll have a look at the label. On the Go Discs label there as well, who also the House Martins and Paul Weller was on it as well. So yeah, that is I think it might have even been Paul Weller's like record label there. That's Obscurity Knocks by the Trash Can Sinatras. Beautiful stuff. Then The Lady Don't Mind from Talking Heads. This is from the album Little Creatures, that has And She Was on the album, and Road to Nowhere as well. Lovely artwork to this one. Kind of a bit of a slow burn track to begin with, but then it's got like a really great chorus, you know, like the band are just like on full form here, as ever, as you'd expect from Talking Heads. On EMI label there. So yeah, Talking Heads, The Lady Don't Mind, amazing band, guys. And yeah, I know David Byrne is doing a bit of a comeback tour as well, so I would would love to go and see David Byrne play live next year. Yeah, like I love to try and get a ticket to that, so wish me luck for that one, because yeah, I'd love to try and get to see David Byrne next year. And then we have Treason from the Teardrop Explodes. This is from the debut album Kilimanjaro, which is an absolutely fantastic debut album from Julian Cope and Co. And yeah, kind of around the similar times when Julian Cope was with I think it was the Crucial Three, which was with Pete Wiley and Ian McCulloch. And yeah, Ian McCulloch is from like a band we're going to talk about in a minute. But yeah, Treason, great like single from the Kilimanjaro album, and yeah, it's a great single as well, and the album as well. So it's kind of just a brilliant sort of like indie like rock and pop album. Yeah, it's kind of an album with a couple of different styles as well. So absolutely wonderful stuff. Love that. That's with yeah, another version of Treason there as well. Then the House Martins' first ever single, Flag Day. Like, I do actually prefer this version, the single version, opposed to the studio version, which is, it's not bad, but I do actually think the single version has got a bit more flair to it, in my opinion. And this is backed with the B-sides, You, Stand at Ease, and Coltrane to Hatfield, Maine. And yeah, Paul Heaton and Paul Heaton, who would go on to having, like, you know, like, obviously him and Dave Hemingway would be formed with the Beautiful South, and then Paul Heaton would have also successful duet career with Jackie Abbott. Yeah, also on Go Discs label there as well. An absolutely brilliant debut album from the House Martins with London Nil Hull 4 there. Then beautiful pop song, and their most well-known acclaimed song as well, with Party Fears 2 from The Associates. Again, another Scottish indie band, like kind of more like they kind of had a bit more of an indie rock or like indie kind of post-punk like meshed sound on the first album, The Affectionate Punch, and then they were kind of like evolved with like a different style, like kind of has a bit more of like a crisp pop flavour to it on their second album, Sulk. So yeah, Billy Mackenzie, really unique voice and stuff, and yeah, this is absolutely excellent there. Fantastic, love the Associates first two albums. Then other two albums that came after that I wasn't as big on, but yeah, amazing stuff, and such an underrated band there in my opinion. So yeah, that is the Associates with Party Fears 2. And yeah, kind of like, I think one of the Jesus and Mary Chain's like early, like kind of one of the first singles. I don't know if this was their first ever single, because they did have like an EP that came out in 1984, I believe. But this is, yeah, from the amazing debut album Psycho Candy, and obviously kind of one of the most well-known songs, and this featured at the end credits of Lost in Translation, Just Like Honey from the Jesus and Mary Chain, who I have also seen live. Saw them at it was Edinburgh Usher Hall, like it was their the tour of, I think it was their 40th anniversary tour, but they did to tour their like latest album that came out like last year as well, which was pretty good actually. So yeah, that is Jesus and Mary Chain and Just Like Honey. This is backed with a couple of songs, Head, Cracked, and an early demo of Just Like Honey from 1984 there, and like Jim and William Reed who front the band. Yeah, excellent stuff. Right, guys, and this is from the brilliant album from 1987 from The Cure, that's also got Why Can't I Be You on the album, and the track Hey as well. I think it's Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. Great album, and that is the track, and that is the single, sorry, Hot, Hot, Hot. That's certainly what I think about Margot Robbie, Hot, Hot, Hot. And yeah, she definitely is. She is stunning. But yeah, excellent single, you know, very, and kind of The Cure again would just evolve as each album would come out as well. This was a bit more dancey, you know, very energetic sound to it, really good stuff. And this has got an extended remix also on the Fiction Records label as well, which also Elbow are on, I believe, as well. So fantastic. Hot, Hot, Hot by The Cure. And yeah, and I have seen The Cure live in Glasgow Hydro in 2022. Absolutely amazing. One of the best gigs I've ever been to, folks. It was utterly marvellous. And then Lloyd Cole and the Commotions with the track Rich, that's got a bit of a baggy sound. It's kind of, you know, it's a very It's sort of got a bit of a brass sound to it as well. It's really good, and this is from the second album, as their second album, Lloyd Cole and the Commotions, because they had 3 albums together before Lloyd would, I think, move to LA, and then he'd have his own solo career, but would reunite with a couple of the ex-members from the Commotions as well. And this this is the first track from like the second album there, and this is Rich. And this is, that's a couple of really good songs. Down on Mission Street and Her Last Fling and Never Ends. On the Polydor label there. Absolutely love their debut album, Rattlesnakes. That's got to be contender for one of the greatest debut albums like ever. And their second album's pretty good, but not a patch on their debut album in my opinion. And the debut album, Rattlesnakes, is the best album that Lloyd Cole has created period, but I still absolutely love his solo stuff. I went to go and see him at the Time Theatre in October 2023, and it was pretty good as well. He did like 2 sets, and again, one of the ex-Commotions members collaborated on that night as well, so very, very good stuff. That is Rich from Lloyd Cole and the Commotions. And the third album, Mainstream, I think is absolutely fantastic as well, and I think the second album is my least favourite of those 3 albums, but still very solid stuff. Second to last one now, guys, and we have the Other Side of Summer. This is from the absolutely fantastic, underrated Mighty Like a Rose album, which I think is really underrated. I think there's a couple of tracks that Elvis Costello did collaborate with Paul McCartney on there, and the Spike album as well. And absolutely love that album. And back to a couple of B-sides, Couldn't Call It Unexpected, and like The Ugly Things is also on this single. And this was came out before the Mighty Like a Rose album came out as well, from 1991. Very underrated album from Elvis Costello. I've always got James Griffiths to thank for showcasing it, like that album, and kind of how I came about that album through James's channel. And I have seen Elvis Costello live with Steve Nye from The Attractions last year. Pretty good gig actually, guys. Not one of my favourite gigs I've been to, but still pretty good, and kind of really interesting gig. It was kind of like like between the kind of just like the 2 guys that were kind of at the forefront, like with different instruments, and that really really solid gig. I'd go and see Elvis Costello live again, one of my favourite artists. And the last single for this video, and should have featured on the 5th album, which is their self-titled album. I think that would have just been a great addition to the 5th album. The 5th album, the self-titled album, does get a bit of a mixed reception, but I really like it, guys. I think it is an underrated 5th album from the mighty Bunnymen, Echo and the Bunnymen, and this is Bring On the Dancing Horses, which is one of my favourite Echo and the Bunnymen songs. And this is from 1985, and just again it's got a beautiful crisp production about it as well. It's got a lovely sort of crisp sound. It's on the similar lines of the song The First Picture of You by the Lotus Eaters, who were also on the who are also like a Liverpool band as well, and Echo and the Bunnymen are another Liverpudlian band as well. So who have made my favourite album of all time, Heaven Up Here. And this has got a couple of the songs that was featured on the 5th album, Bedbugs and Ballyhoo and Over Your Shoulder. And this is on the Corova label there as well, so very good stuff. So absolutely awesome single from Echo and the Bunnymen, Bring On the Dancing Horses. So guys, those have been 30 12-inch singles. I thought I would showcase here today on the channel to take part in the latest thread started by Rob Walker, showing like 30 of 12-inch singles in your vinyl collection. And yeah, this was a brilliant, fun video to do, and kind of like to look at a lot of the 12-inch singles I've got in my collection, and kind of, yeah, just to reflect on a lot of the 12-inch singles I have on vinyl and stuff. And yeah, this is a brilliant video to make, and fantastic thread started by the brilliant Rob Walker, who's one of the absolute best on like people on YouTube. And brilliant chap with an awesome channel with wonderful music taste. So brilliant thread started by Rob, and there's been some other like response videos in response to this thread by Rob as well. So yeah, guys, do let me know what's your thoughts on any of these bands or any of these singles I've talked about here today on the channel. I would love to know all of that good stuff in the comments down below. So thanks for watching, cheers for stopping by, and until next time, I'll see you for the next video. Bye bye.